Hello, everyone. This is Coach Mo, and I am here to wrap up our job trauma series. All week, I've been talking about job trauma. This is a common theme that resonates among our clients in our kick ass workshop, and it's a common theme that happens for women in the workplace. And I've been covering the reasons why, how to avoid it, how to move through it, how to thrive after it. If you're watching this live or on Facebook, you can go ahead and watch the rest of the series on the Facebook group Coach Mo Fall or on the Facebook page Coach Mo Fall, or if you're in my Bring Your Soul to Work Facebook group. Let me say it this way as well. If you're listening to this in podcast form, just go ahead and watch the other previous episodes. If you're here live with me, I would love you to let me know that you can hear me. Let me know if you're a coach of mine, a client of mine, or if there's any other information you'd like to know, like how are you liking the job trauma series? Have you had job trauma? Are you someone who is recovering from job trauma? If you're one of my clients, you are recovering from job trauma. And I have to say this, congratulations to all the women in the workplace who are doing it and moving forward and getting great work done. If you're one of my clients, I say bravo to you. I know your struggle. I know your success. I know what you're coming through. And today, I'm going to talk about job trauma and how not to be a bully to others or a job trauma spillover. I'm going to talk at a different spiritual level today. So if you're not into that sort of thing and you don't like that part of my work, just move on. If you do, I'm going to be rolling into some of the spiritual reasons and the spiritual ways through job trauma. But let me say something first. If you have wounds in you, whether they be from job trauma or your own personal life journey, those wounds are not hidden. You might be pushing them down or pretending they don't exist, or they may be inconvenient for you, but they're not hidden. So often we'll have a client come into our workshop. Common theme is after a job loss, and I know many women have had job losses as of late, and they won't be getting traction on the hundreds of resumes they're sending out, or they're interviewing but not getting moved along and definitely not getting job offers. What's going on here? The wound of the job trauma is still in your soul. How do I know this? Not only did I have a job loss 6 times in my career, but I also have coached over 2,000 women through a variety of job traumas, job challenges, etc. And I want to speak directly to you. First of all, if you have a wound, if you have job trauma, if you've had a job loss, it's not your fault. Even if you were fired, it's not your fault. What it is an opportunity for you to do a reflection and a reset. And if you don't take it as that, you're missing out on the biggest opportunity. You know, there's a saying in the mental health therapy world that hurt people hurt people. And so the first thing I want to address is if that you have wounds, they're going to spill over into how you're conducting your own life. You may not want it to be that way. You may be trying to make it not be that way, but your wounds are going to spill over. Whatever you have in your cup, whatever you have poured into your soul and who you are is going to come pouring forth, especially when you hit a bumpy road. And it's literally like you have a full coffee cup in your hand. Whatever's in that's going to spill. And if you have hardly anything left, you're not going to be spilling over very much. You're going to be depleted and perhaps really feeling like you can't even continue working and you just want to quit. I know those feelings all too well, and I've coached thousands of women through those feelings. So let me recap what I've covered right now as a kickoff to today's call. Number one, everyone has wounds. Number two, when those wounds aren't healed, you're going to have spillover into others when you're handling situations. And if you're a leader or you have colleagues and you have any stress, your wounds are going to come into play. If you have had a job loss and you're out searching for a job and things aren't coming together, and maybe you're thinking, perhaps I have to downgrade in order to move forward. We've had women who come into our workshop and they've been told by well meaning friends to downplay their resume. No, 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 no. Don't you ever downplay. What you need to do is heal the wound. What you need to do is step into your power in a new way. Here's the deep spiritual part for you. Your wounds, the things that you've been wronged by, the episodes of narcissistic bosses, job loss, toxic coworkers, being told you can't, being pushed aside, having assignments taken away from you with no good explanation, and perhaps even having your pay cut just because. And many, many more situations that happen that give you job trauma. If you have those situations at a spiritual level, you're being called forward to be stronger than the situation. And I want to talk about that at a deeper level so that you can understand how not to give job trauma to others. Because if you have wounds inside you, if you have things inside your soul that are not healed, that are wounds, they are going to spill over in how you handle your own stress, how you handle your family, coworkers, how you communicate or duck from your boss. So many wounded working people are ducking from their boss. They don't want to deal with their boss. They don't want to come into any type of communication or conversation because your boss represents another trauma pattern. Even if your boss isn't the one traumatizing you, even if your trauma is way in the past, your boss represents the opportunity to be hurt again. Because anyone who has authority over you has the opportunity to pull your strings in the wrong direction, diminish or demean you. So you'll avoid your boss, or you'll avoid having the type of deeper conversations that you might need for strategy clarity, for building up resources, for getting assistance on projects or strategic direction from your boss. You're going to avoid those conversations if you have a trauma wound. So it really slows down your career. It slows down your progression, and it definitely slows down your ability to ask for more, whether that be more resources, more money, more opportunities. And likely, if you're in a job trauma pattern, you're going to be overworking to sort of avoid the hurt, avoid the wound. These are the things that we see all the time with our clients. If you'd like to dive deeper into your personal situation, book a complimentary career clarity call with us at mofall.com/live clarity. And we will hook you up with one of the coaches on my team, and we will do a deep dive into what's really going on with your career, including any trauma patterns or anything that might be vexing you from the inside. These wounds are real. And if you do not solve these wounds, if you do not heal, if you do not come through and become a better, bigger version of yourself, you're going to wound others along the way because those wounds are going to show up. And likely your career is suffering. You're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars and opportunities while you sit back, sort of licking your wounds or pretending that they don't exist. And I'm going to tell you this, that is not the way to thrive as a human. Our Creator gave us unique gifts, talents, and a purpose in life. And it's up to us to step into that fully. It's up to us to be that version, that highest level version of us, so that we can have the impact and help others, so we can have the contribution that we want to have in the world and to receive the compensation that we deem is our just right and desire. And if you're in a job trauma pattern, if you've been following my series this week, you'll know if you're in a job trauma pattern by some of the things I've spoken about this week about identifying when you're suffering from the symptoms of job trauma. And so I want to wrap up today and really give you a good dose of understanding and appreciating that this trauma is something that is bringing you to a higher version of you. It's your opportunity to step into something stronger for yourself, not to punch back, not to be resistant or fighting against it, but to open up yourself, open up your soul, and dive into the healing. It's the only way not to pass it on, and it's the only way to up-level your soul and your career. You can't stay in the trauma pattern without further hurt. Because the other thing that I know to be true is our Creator put this world together in a way that if you don't solve for the problems in front of you, the problems will get bigger and more painful. And if you run from one toxic work environment to the next without healing, you're bringing that trauma pattern with you. And I want more than anything in the world to help empower women through these wounds, empower women to be in the highest version of themselves, to feel awesome, to feel worthy, to have crucial conversations as necessary to help organizations move forward, to be a leader of helping lift other people. You cannot do that effectively if you're wounded. It's like marching up a mountain if you have two broken legs. You might be able to get there, but the journey is painful and difficult, and you're going to struggle and you're going to complain and you're going to hurt others and possibly infect them with the same inner poison of your job trauma. This is what happens in us as humans experiencing life together. We bring our wounds into our human interactions. And if we don't heal them, we become the blamer, the shamer, the complainer. If you aren't addressing the wounds that you have over toxic work environments, being a people pleaser, being a perfectionist, overdoing it, filling in the gaps of other people at work, not necessarily taking their responsibilities up fully. If that's you, I will tell you that you're going to spill over into negative energy. And you may say, well, I don't blame other people. I don't shame them. I don't complain. Take a look. Those job trauma wounds are looking for your attention. And if you do not give them your attention, they will continue to spill over and not only hurt you, but hurt others. And that to me is the biggest travesty of living life, to not enjoy the work and the talents that you were given, to not enjoy the camaraderie and collaboration of others, or perhaps just to feel personally hurt and wounded that things haven't gone your way. And again, it's not your fault. If you don't have the tools or the techniques to do that, it's not your fault that you don't know how to rise above it, which is exactly why I became a coach. After my successful executive career, I said, I want to help more women succeed and thrive in corporate America. It's one of the most fun, rewarding places to put your talents out there and receive compensation, to be on a team, to be helping others accomplish something worthy and exciting, and to build something and to change the world in the way of whatever industry you're in. That's exciting. That's living life as a full, thriving human. And your career can give back to you in ways that other things can't. When you feel that your contributions of your talent and your desire to help and lead are being lived out to the highest degree, like so many of our clients, Nadia and Jen, Lakeisha, I mean, the names just keep rolling through me. Hundreds and hundreds of women who have taken themselves up a notch. Even if you don't technically have a traumatic situation, if you've been stuck and not sure what to do next to up level, if you've been told it'll take years for you to advance, don't accept that. That's its own level of job trauma. We have a wonderful client who is a graduate of ours, and she's now in our Leadership Academy, our advanced client training. And she was at an organization for 28 years, and she was told it was going to take another 3 to 5 years for her to advance to the next level. And she booked her complimentary career clarity call. And she said, I don't have 3 to 5 years to advance. I want to get at it now. And she's in a beautiful new job in a different industry, up leveled, and they are delighted to have her. But she had to build herself back up, believe in herself again, recognize her talents, and be able to interview and speak about them, and be able to live the enthusiasm and vibrancy that we helped her put on her resume and in her LinkedIn profile. Julie is thriving at a whole nother level. And so is Candace. She was worried she was stalling out and not advancing at one of the biggest tech companies on the planet. And she thought that she was going to have to move on and change her company in order to move up. And as a Black woman, she pretty much thought that that was going to be the way it was going to be. With our help and guidance, she's shining at another level, and she's being recognized for a promotion as she advances and is able to have stability and advancement in a company that is going places and has gone places, and it's an exciting place to work. Now she knows her true value. Now she knows how to articulate that for her promotion, and she is ready for more. She actually wrote today in her grad post in our private Facebook group for our workshop how delighted and how she cannot even believe how much more vibrant and full of life she feels, not only about her career, but about herself as a soul sister, and how lovely it is to have other women on the journey and have a real sense of community and camaraderie with all of our clients growing and coming along together. Really, there's nothing more gratifying for me than to take all the lessons and all of the challenges I had to go through in my career to now be able to coach and lift and help other women advance their careers in ways that we're compressing time. So if you don't have time to wait around for your company to finally get it, if you've been stalled out and you really don't know how to have those conversations, if you have wounds from job trauma that you haven't fully healed, and you're not feeling the most vibrant, thriving version of yourself, then we should talk. And our coaches are waiting to talk to you about your career. Your complimentary career clarity call is a deep dive and discovery into what's really going on. And if we feel after that conversation that we can help you in what our strategy is in our 12-week workshop, which includes the best resume, the best LinkedIn, the best interview coaching you can possibly find on the planet. But we can't get to that until we help you bring your soul back to life, help you feel awesome about yourself. And for many women, we're helping them negotiate a promotion, a raise, an advancement in their company. And very often we're helping them find it elsewhere because the company has pigeonholed or isolated them in a particular scenario. We have a woman right now in our workshop. She's in a great company that she went after this opportunity, but they've begun marginalizing her. And whether it's sexism or racism, we're not sure. The bottom line is she's healing from that and has strategies to up level to a 2 up level. Many of the women we work with are missing out on up leveling because they don't know how to do it and they feel sort of stuck and wounded, and they're not sure that they're really right for it because they've been passed over. Don't believe other people. Talk to an expert. Talk to one of my coaches on your complimentary career clarity call. And that's mofall.com/live clarity for you today. And we will dive in and help you understand the trauma pattern, understand not getting promoted, understand what's really going on. We've helped a lot of women, as a matter of fact, come back to work after being off during COVID, taking care of family issues. Some women being off having raised their kids and being off 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years raising kids and wanting to get their career back. We are the best in the business at helping you get your soul riled back up and bring your soul alive so that you can land your dream job. You want the best job for you. You want the best organization for you. You want the best compensation for you. And coming together as a soul being in your power, in your talents, knowing how to talk about yourself in a very specific and powerful way is the best way for you to land that next opportunity. Come through your job trauma, come through your self doubt, come through anything that's holding you back. And as a woman in the workplace, we know all too well how many silent barriers there are as well. And we'll help you through all of them. As you're moving through your trauma pattern, I want to give you a ray of hope. It is going to be the best journey and the best discovery and the best relationship back to yourself. Just this week, one of our clients said something that many of our clients say. She's about at week 4, 5, or 6 right now in the workshop. And on Tuesday's coaching call, she said, Mo, I finally love myself. And I feel great about who I am. All of us were dapping down our tears of joy and celebration of her as she felt something that she hadn't felt ever. This woman is an absolutely awesome worker. She's an awesome manager. She's had a great career, and she's felt pushed around, played games with, marginalized, political ostracizing. And now she knows the truth. She's awesome. And she loves herself. And I know when she said that and declared that on our coaching call this week, I said to myself, the next opportunity, the next and best opportunity is right around the corner for her, because that is the signal that the wounds are healed and that you're in your power. And if you can't say that you love yourself and really mean it, then there's work to be done. And we're going to help you with it. We know exactly how to help move you forward and get into your truth, get into your soul, get into your authenticity. Today is the day for you to do that. Today is the day for you to claim no more waiting, no more pushing this aside like it doesn't matter. It does matter. If you're not in love with yourself, if you're not in love with your career, something is wrong, and we can help you fix it. Life is way too short to screw around having worthless days and stress and hoping and wishing that they would fire you, or perhaps they have. And now you're wondering if you'll ever be able to have a career that's worthwhile and fun and pays you well ever again. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't believe the bullshit of the lies and the marginalization. Come back to life. Your trauma pattern and your hurts and your wounds can be healed, and we can help you lift yourself into that next beautiful dream job and dream career. So many of our clients are living lives that were only a magical dream to them, and now they're reality. And we see it every single day. If you'd like to go to our Google reviews, Google, and you can search Career Coach Mo, you'll see that our Google reviews and what our clients are saying about us is just nothing short of just heartwarming. Our client interviews, check it out. But don't waste too much time. Your life is precious, and time is one thing you won't get back. So don't spend another minute being a shamer, a blamer, or a complainer, whether that's externally or internally. Learn to give yourself the best gift, and that is your life and your soul back. mofall.com/liveclarity. I hope you've enjoyed this trauma series. Please feel free to comment below wherever you're watching this. Please feel free to comment, ask us questions. We're happy to respond back. And the best thing you can do for yourself today is to book yourself that complimentary career clarity call with one of my career breakthrough strategists. Our coaches are phenomenal, and they will take care of you and listen, and they will let you know if we can help you. mofall.com/liveclarity. We will see you next time on all avenues of social media, Facebook, Career Coach Mo, on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts, Bring Your Soul to Work. And I have a brand new podcast called Soul Powered Careers. Search and you shall find. But the only way to truly change your life is to invest in yourself and to engage in a team of experts with a proven formula. And that's us. We'd be happy to help. mofall.com/liveclarity. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Do some work this weekend and make a decision to move forward in your life to be the best version of you. Make that declaration. mofall.com/live clarity. We'll see you next time.